Hello everyone, welcome to our next episode in Sports Charcha. Today we have Naomi with us. She is a great basketball player. Both of her parents are basketball athletes and coaches as well. And Naomi गुजरात से है and बहुत सही बास्केटबॉल प्लेयर है, पॉइंट गार्ड खेलती है and जितना भी अभी तक I know about her, she is very skilled and very passionate about her sports as well. So Naomi, welcome and thanks for
Thank
being
you.
On our podcast. Naomi, tell us something about your journey and how you picked up this sport and how it got introduced to you.
So, firstly, thanks for inviting me here. So, I've been playing basketball for the past 12 years now. It all started with my mom, dad. Obviously, it's in my blood. Both of them are basketball players. So, I remember tagging along with my dad because he used to go to different tournaments. So, I used to just go there. I used to see him coaching on the sideline, seeing the tempo of the game. And eventually, I also fell in love with it. So, I'm like, obviously, I should give it a try. When both your mom, dad are a player, you know, there's a lot of responsibility on you because everybody is like, oh, your mom, dad were great players. So obviously they expect that you should also play good. So yeah, I mean, eventually I also fell in love with the game.
Great. तो सबसे पहला टूर्नामेंट कौन सा था जो तुमने एज अ लाइक मैच खेला एंड दैट यू रिमेंबर दैट एंड दे आइडेंटिफाइड दैट यू हैव दैट पोटेंशियल एज वेल.
So it started कि पहले मेरा जो स्कूल था, there basketball was not there. There was no basketball court. So then just to play basketball, I shifted my school. And then my first tournament was, I think, represent my school in some local tournament there. And my dad was my coach.
Wow.
In my first tournament, I remember scoring like 25, 30 points. And then my dad saw that, okay, I think she has it in her that she can pursue this professionally. Because my elder brother also used to play basketball. He also played nationals, but then he eventually stopped playing. But I think I was doing good in it, so they supported me that I should go forward with it. I should pursue it as my career. Yeah.
Great. So how you identified that यार कौन सी पोजीशन मेरे लिए सही है and basketball is something that is the sport that you should pursue.
Right.
And ये सारी चीज़ें खुद समझ में कब आने लगी तुम्हें?
So again, mom dad players है तो उससे एक support मिलता ही है. And the position, so the thing is my mom dad both used to play point guard position. तो I think उनके through ही मेरे अंदर आया है the point that what requires to be a point guard, the IQ and everything.
How organized it is for athletes to come out of university games as well in India?
I think it's a really good platform for the athletes because you get good competition level, you get good exposure to play with like the best athletes in your age category, and then you have a lot of great facilities, then good coachings, and then good support system from the colleges as well. Because like the university which I play for, they support us like in everything possible. Like I remember, I don't think so any universities would be giving their players shoes, giving their players traveling these things. Like I remember we traveling in flights for every tournament that we've been to, and all of our players getting shoes after like almost like we've got 3-4 pairs of shoes from our university. And so I think the kind of support that they do is really great, and the kind of intensity which the college basketball, like the game which goes on, it's really good for the exposure of the players. Like you tend to play with the best players of your age category. I personally feel that when I shifted to Bangalore and I started playing the university level, that's when my game improved. Because I got a lot of exposure, like coming from North, because like in North you have different kind of game, and in South you have different game style. So when I shifted to South from North, it was a really challenging thing for me to adapt to their game, but I think like that worked out good for me.
Your present club, right? Your
Uh,
present club, how it is actually helping you out in your career, and how organized their systems are, and how you are identifying yourself as an athlete in that circle.
Are you talking about the defying club?
Yeah.
So we don't have a contract or stuff for that club apparently. So the owner of the club, I met him in one tournament. We were playing Khelo India University game, and he had come to watch our game. And after that game, he invited me to play a local 3x tournament in Northeast. So that's how the journey started there. And once I started playing for him, I understood his long-term goal. Like, he just wants to grow the level of, he just wants to grow the basketball in India, and especially in Northeast. Like, the level of basketball, he wants everybody to have that kind of exposure and stuff like that. So he's just a man who loves the game and wants to support the game and grow the game of basketball. So I actually loved the idea, and I was really grateful that I could be a support in that, and that's how our journey started. Yeah.
So you scored 27 points in the Gujarat 2021 under 18 finals,
Yes.
right? So tell us about that experience and how it actually brought a good conviction in the eyes of your parents, coaches, and how you felt it, and how you experienced, like what was that journey like?
So the story goes like, when my final started, it was a really bad day for me. I was not able to get the rhythm, I was not able to get the game which I wanted it to be. And I remember my coach subbing me out and talking to me and telling me that this is what you have trained for and you know what you can do. And her words just got through me, and then I remember going back inside and then everything getting back to place. And I remember dropping 27 points and getting the game winner, because I think in our state, Vadodara has been winning for the past like 20 years. Like, my district has been winning for the past 20 years. And us losing that game, that wasn't the option. So what changed in that game is like my coach trusted me, and I learned how you need to be mentally strong. It's not just physically, you need to be mentally strong to win a game. Like, you need to be logged in. So that's what I learned from that game.
Tell us more experiences in the couple of other tournaments that you have played, and how was it, and the women's basketball scene, how is it growing in our country in those leagues, and how much exposure are the women basketball team are getting?
Right. So I would start with my favorite tournament, which was the senior national last year, and wherein our Gujarat team qualified for the upper pool after like 41 years. And I remember us playing all the pool games, and we're trailing by 20 points to almost every team, and then getting that rhythm back and getting that win for Gujarat. I remember our qualifying game against Telangana, we were trailing by 25 points by the end of second quarter, and as soon as the third quarter started, I don't know what happened, suddenly our players, everybody got so motivated, and the game just changed there. And that's how we won the tournament, and it just showed that how hungry we were for the win. And I think I was the top 3-point scorer in that national tournament, and we finished 10th. And now the last year senior nationals, from 10th we got Gujarat to the 6th positions. And I remember playing against team like Kerala, Tamil Nadu. If we go back earlier, we would lose to those teams by 50 points, 60 points. That's what the history has been. But now when we talk about it, I think we lost to Kerala by 4 points in the senior nationals, and Tamil Nadu by 13 points. So that itself is a great improvement in our team, and it shows that how hungry we are for the win, how hungry we are to get that win for Gujarat team. And so now I think this year our goal is to finish in the top 5, and maybe I personally would want to get the MVP of the tournament. So that's what we've been aiming for.
I feel that is something that every player aims for, right?
Yeah, true.
So आप अभी national camp में हो,
Yes.
2026 Asian Games
Yes.
national camp. How is that prep going, and like what are the kinds of preparations and things that are happening in that camp, and how you are going through that journey?
Right. So this year, our women's team missed out on the Division A qualifiers, and so that's what we all have been working on. We have only one thing, that's Division A habits. That the only thing we need to work on is to qualify for the Division A, and I think we all are capable of doing that. It's just that we all need to work as a team, and that's what has been going on. And it's a really good exposure, as now we have a foreign coach here, and it's through the ACG Academy that has been going. Like a BFI has started a new academy. It's ACG Academy, where Indian top 25 athletes train there under the best coaches, and the facilities that they get. I think that's what is needed, like to level up your game, to practice under the top 25 players, to practice with them and leveling up your game every day is just what we need right now.
What I've understood from your journey, that you have came back and you have done a lot of self introspection, like after being a short athlete in a basketball game and still scoring and aiming for the MVP title and being there running. I know how point guard plays, and you are the one who is running the game and all, and understanding the pace of the game, and taking every player, like partner player with you, and like what do you do to mentally to actually understand the game overall, and to improve your mental game as a player as well?
I think being a point guard, we need to be very calm, like, because we run the game. If we are gonna panic, the whole team is gonna fall apart, because it's said that point guard is the next coach inside the court. So I feel like I really work on being calm, because when there are situations wherein we're trailing or something like that, if I'm gonna panic, my whole team is gonna fall apart. So the main thing that I work on is keeping myself calm in these situations, and trusting that this is what we have been training for, this is what we have been working for, and everything is just gonna fall in place. And I think it develops my leadership skills as well, because like you need to get the team together, you need to know what every player wants to do. See, there are different kinds of player. There are players who if you go and shout on them, they're not going to perform well, and there are few players that if you shout on them, they're going to play well. So you need to know how each player is and how are they going to play. What would you do to make their game like better?
Naomi, you were telling me something about a new league that is coming up, that the federation is coming up with. Can you tell more about it?
Yeah, so the BFI is coming up with the league, which is on the 3x3 and 5x5 format. It is in a partnership with ACG. Now ACG has even opened up a residential academy where all the top Indian athletes practice under the foreign coaches, and it's a really good opportunity for everybody. And we've not been given much details about the league, but we just know that through this, the selection process is going to happen. They're going to scout new talents from the senior nationals or this league or this academy. So yeah, that's what we know about till now.
As an athlete, how important this league is going to be for you and the other players?
I feel like it's really important, and it's a great initiative, because this is what we were waiting for.
Okay.
Because I think when it comes to men's, they already played one league, the professional league, INBL, but women's has not yet got the chance to play into a professional league, and that's what we all have been waiting for. So yeah, I feel like it's a really good initiative for the players to get exposures, to play with the great talents, and to get better. Yeah, I mean,
great. So आप अभी Asian Games is something that you are focusing on, representing India in Asian Games. What are the other international basketball games that are in your target going forward?
Yeah, just like I said, the first one is the Asian Games, which is in 2026, and later on we are focusing on to qualify for the Division A, because right now the Indian women's team is playing in the Division B. This year we couldn't qualify for the Division A, so our next stop is the Division A.
Okay. How much involvement is the NBA involvement in the basketball scene?
So I remember in between they had opened up an academy, the NBA Academy, through which a lot of great talents came up, because that was a residential academy for the
NBA.
young talents, and they were being trained there under such amazing coaches, under the good facilities they were having. So I feel like NBA India has a great impact on Indian basketball when it comes to men's, because they had that opportunity to train there at a young level and then become where they are right now. A lot of Indian athletes right now who are currently in the Indian team have been coming through the NBA Academy only. So I feel like they played a really important role in improving the basketball level in India.
So, who are your basketball idols in India or outside India, and what you have learned from watching them?
So when you have two players at your home, I don't think so I have to look somewhere outside. Whatever I've learned it through them only. So I would say my idols are my mom, dad. Just because of them I started playing. I still see them at this age, they're so in love with the game. Every morning they're so excited to go to the court, train kids. So I mean, that's what keeps me going, that the love for the game that they have, that's what I've learned from them. The kind of hard work, dedication, everything that they have in them, that's what has been passed on to me. So my idols would be my mom, dad.
And which is the format that you find yourself a right fit in? Is it 3v3 or 5v5?
I think personally I would prefer 5-on-5 because it's a slow compared to the 3x3, because it's like really intense. But when it comes to 5-on-5, the skills, the spacing, the team, everything matters in that. So I think I would prefer playing 5-on-5.
So you have said that your parents are still in love with the game and they look up to going to the court, training kids and all. What is your thing, like how you keep yourself motivated and look up to this sport every single day as an athlete, and being like working on yourself, introspecting, asking questions, and having an ecosystem that is still grooming, and trying to give the sport a recognition through your action and organizing the system as well, raising voices wherever there is needed, and fixing things, and still making your identity in this broken system. What keeps you moving?
I think the love for the game keeps me moving, because that's what matters at the end of the day. That's what keeps me going to work hard every single day, wake up, go to the court and practice, because I still know that the work is not done yet, the job is not done. I still have a goal that I have to achieve, and I think it's just because of the love that keeps me going. Like even after so many setbacks, rejection, you just keep going back, because it just doesn't let you leave the game like that. Like, so I feel the love, that's what keeps me going.
So looking ahead, you have already told that you have a target in mind कि यार मुझे Asian Games India को represent करना है, and then Division 1 qualify करना है as a team. So what else do you have in your mind personally, and what you want to change in the Indian basketball system as well as an athlete or as a contributor, active contributor?
I feel the one goal that I have right now is that I want to become the best point guard in India. That's the goal that I'm setting myself for. And the other one would be aiming for the Asian Games, that I get into the Asian Games team. And I could help my team qualify for the Division A if given the opportunity. So those are my 3 goals right now. And again, when you go to the State level, I think, like I told, we're aiming for the top 5 in the senior nationals again, and aiming for the MVP in senior nationals. So yeah.
Great. So, according to you, what do you think that separates good players from great players?
So the skill which I feel which separates good players from great players is consistency. Because what great players obviously in efforts and in mindset. Because great players, I feel like they get in the same level of intensity, mindset every day, even if it's a practice or a game time, and they're always keen on learning and adapting to new things. So that's what I feel separates great players from good ones.
The reason why I've asked this question from you is you're 5'3" and you are a point guard player. You got a great pedigree from your parents. Both of them are basketball coaches and athletes, right? But still, आपका जो पूरा गेम है, you have a physical constraint कि यार कि कोर्ट में this is something that you can do, and your game is primarily mental. So as an athlete, like यहाँ से जो तुम गेम प्ले करती हो on the court, how important it is for you, what is the mental practices that you follow pre-game, during the game, post-game as well, to show your A game, because you drive the whole team, you communicate it with them as well, you run the show on the court, and what is something that helps you out and what helped you out in your present and past career as well?
So being a point guard, I feel the main thing which I work on is controlling my emotions and being calm, because I feel that's the main thing. You cannot let your emotions make decisions in the game, and trusting my preparation, that's what matters, because you know that you have been working hard for this very moment and you cannot let the emotions take control over it. So that's what, just trust the preparation, and I also prepare myself before the game. I listen to music that calms me down, that prepares me for my game. And at the end, trust your preparations, trust your teammates, and trust your coaches. That's what at the end matters.
Which is the best coach that you have found apart from your parents, who has understood you as an athlete and know your strength and weaknesses in and out and helped you out in working on that?
So back home, I have a coach. Her name is Vishwa Timan, and she's from Delhi, but she was appointed in the Sai in Gujarat state, and that's how I met her. And I feel like apart from my mom, dad, she's the only one who has understood me well off court as well. It's not only on court. She has, I think I have that relation with her off the court, which I don't think so I have had with any other coaches till now. And she understands me well. Like the coach which I was talking about when my game didn't go well, and she called me out and she told that this is what you've prepared for, that's the one. Like even though I wouldn't say a thing, but looking at me, she would understand that okay, she's not doing well right now, or there's something in her head, and she would come talk to me and make me get back to the game again. So yeah.
So tell us something, like every athlete has a lower phase in their career. आप हमेशा एक गेम पे नहीं रह सकते. तो whenever you have faced that part in your professional career, how you were able to overcome that situation and that phase, and what helped you out as an athlete, and which was that phase in your journey, Abhi?
So I feel my mom dad played a big role in that, because whenever I felt like giving up, they are the one who reminded me that this is not why you started, and one failure is not going to determine your hard work, whatever you've put through all these years. The time wherein I was almost about to give up was my under 19 Indian camp, where I got sick, and due to my health issues I couldn't make it to the team, and that was my last under 19. So I really wanted to make it to the team and represent my country, and but due to my health issues I couldn't do that, and that really broke me. That really changed a lot of decisions for me, and I was really reconsidering what should I do, if I should continue playing forward, if I should stop playing. But then my mom, dad, and my friends, they reminded that it's not the end of the world. It's just one tournament. You've been putting it hard work since 12 years. It's not for this tournament. There are gonna be more opportunities coming further for you. So just be patient. There's gonna be your time as well. So yeah, in that process, I remember that you need to be patient with the things. Like everything will fall into place, but just be patient. That's it.
So you were also part of a lot of professional basketball leagues, right? One of that was Elite Pro Basketball League. So how did that went for you, and what were your experiences during that league?
So the story goes like I was not going to play the league, and I also missed my flight that morning. But then I got a call from my mom, and she was really upset. She told me, how can you miss such a great opportunity? And that really made me reconsider things, and I spoke to the organizers, made things happen, and I reached there on time, luckily. And yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for her, I don't think so I would have gone there, played that league, and got the MVP. So a big shout out to her. And I remember preparing myself for that league because it was my first time playing such a big league, and I wanted to make an impact. So I was the MVP in the EPBL tryouts as well, and when I reached there, I had one goal, that I want to win this tournament. I want to take the MVP trophy home. I remember writing down on a notepad saying, I'm going to win this tournament and I'm going to be the MVP. So yeah, I think the manifestation and the hard work and the focus, it did give me a good result at the end. So yeah.
There are a lot of leagues in our country, right? Elite Pro Basketball League is one of them. Then there is INBL. Then there is Streetball League that came up, and a lot of leagues like that are coming up, and that worked on like maturing and grooming our present Indian basketball scene. How you see those leagues as a female basketball player, and how good and great they were for the Indian basketball ecosystem?
So I feel like it's a really good opportunity, especially for the women's, because till now the men's have been playing leagues. They have had that INBA league and a lot of exposure tournaments as well. But women's have not yet got that. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for the women's basketball team to practice and to play with the best players in India and to grow. So I don't think so that everybody gets that platform, and I think that that's what the only thing was lagging in the Indian basketball was the league and the exposure which we were not getting. And introducing new leagues like EPBL, INBL, and the new ACG or BFI league which is going to happen, it's just going to improve the basketball culture in India. Yeah.
What is something on the sponsorship space as well? Like there are a lot of complaints that I see that Indian basketball athletes and these leagues are not having any jersey sponsors, and it is not that monetized. What is the reason behind it? Because in terms of as I compare other sporting athletes' digital profiles on Instagram and all, I see basketball athletes comparatively they are having very good social media fan base.
Yes.
And the pages, the accounts that are there for basketball in India to support and promote basketball scenes in India, they are also doing pretty good. Then why we are not able to, just as an athlete I'm asking you, what do you think that as an athlete we are not able to attract more sponsors for the sport?
I feel like nowadays there are still more sponsors than back in time when I think my mom, dad, or anybody used to play. There were no sponsors that time, but I think now there are a lot of sponsors coming in, and I think the reasons why they're not. The reason which I think is because of the media coverage, which basketball. Basketball doesn't get that much media coverage. There are few YouTube channels. The mainstream, yes.
Okay.
There are few YouTube channels and Instagram handles that do promote basketball. But I feel like there could be more media coverage for basketball as well. Like it's there for cricket or footballs. If it's done, I think there would be more sponsors coming in the way.
I feel like the mainstream industry folks like Reliance, Tata, GSW, if they will, the big corporates, if they will get into this scene, basketball scene, which is very exciting to watch, to play as well, the things will definitely change. And the mainstream media, I feel like there is no great streaming partner that we have ever seen, like Hotstar.
That's what there's no OTT platforms who's showcasing basketball games. Like there are football games which are live, there are hockey games, there are cricket games, but I don't see anybody streaming basketball games. I think that's one drawback.
I can see that as a biggest drawback. It never came up to me whenever I've discussed about it with other like basketball scene people, and because it is very surprising to see after having a lot of great infrastructure around basketball in India, because if you see, basketball is in every school, every college, every society, every like it is almost everywhere. You can see basketball courts are there. They are not maintained. I don't know why they put that infra in the first place when they don't want to maintain, and kids used to play cricket on basketball courts, right? So I don't know why that happens in India, but everyone has actually lived it, played it, and touched basketball. It got the movie coverages as well. And one of my friend, like Ashok Ajnara, he is the FIBA licensed basketball agent. He has told me like basketball is the only sport in the world which sells sneakers. And sneaker is a very big market in the whole country. Like everyone wears sneakers, and basketball athletes, basketball as a sport is the only sport in the world which sells sneakers, great sneakers, and this is something like that changed my mind about this sport as well, because the potential of this sport is very amazing and great in terms of business and in terms of like viewer, audience, fan base, and as a great property and IP as well. So coming back to your journey and career, what is like, how is your routine? How as an athlete you keep yourself to the A game mentally and physically in your everyday journey?
Again, I would come back to the consistency thing, that no matter what you do, you need to be consistent at it. It's also about the efforts and the mindset, what mindset you walk into the court. No matter what, even if it's a practice, it's a game, you need to have the same kind of mindset. That's what makes you a great player. And that's about it. Like I have a goal in mind, so that's what keeps me going. Like I have a goal to achieve, so every time I'm about to give up, or every time I feel I'm tired, I feel like no, there's one door, I need to get there, so I cannot rest. I cannot give up right now. I have something to achieve right now. So yeah, that's what keeps me going. To keep like short-term goals that would help you achieve good things.
As a female basketball player in India, what do you think that like what are the challenges that are there that you have faced and that you feel like other female basketball athletes are also facing and that you want to change in the present setup?
I feel like women's basketball needs more leagues to be introduced, because we see the men's playing a lot of leagues, a lot of exposure trips been given to them. So I feel like if that has been given to the women's team as well, there would be the women's basketball would be at another level, because the women's are just waiting for the platform to be given and to showcase our talents, but we do not have any platforms right now where we can showcase our talents. Yeah, the only few tournaments we have are the national tournaments or the university level tournaments which we are playing, or the All India invitational tournaments. But if the leagues are introduced, we would have more exposures playing against the best players in the country, and yeah, that would just help us to improve our game. So yeah, I feel like more leagues and more international exposure trips, if that's been given to the Indian women's team, we could also do good.
So yeah, that is something that is actually everywhere in other female team sports or individual sports as well. Like as a female athlete, like the stories that I've heard and what we have seen, the kind of budget, the national budget is also pretty low in comparison to the male teams and all.
Yes.
And as we can see, like our Indian female basketball, Indian female football team as well, it's doing pretty good. And in Olympics medal tally as well, we can see like the females are doing great, because the initial fight that the female athletes like they do in their house, in their family and in the society, and they overcome all that, and then they get the opportunity, the way they see that opportunity and the way they go for it.
Yes.
The intensity is actually a little different.
Yeah.
And the hustle is like very high on the female sports athlete side. That is something that we have realized and we have seen in a lot of documentaries and the athlete stories as well, the background as well, and that is something that should change. Right? Yeah. So it's a fantasy basketball sort of question that I have for you. Like if you have to put yourself in a fantasy team with 4 other basketball athletes, be it female, male, and it's a mixed team for a matchup, right? What are the other basketball athletes that you will choose apart from yourself? It can be from any time zone, right? Who will be the 4 picks that you'll take?
I think first I would pick Caitlin Clark. The second I would pick Steph Curry. Third would be Kobe. Fourth I would go for LeBron, and fifth would be me. Yeah.
Great. Like from your journey, we have seen like you have missed a very important tournament and match that you want to be a part of, the under 19.
Yes.
Because of your sickness and health issues and all. So then you build up your career and came back to this scene from the university and college basketball scene. So what are the top colleges, universities that are there in our country that the female basketball athletes should target to get into, and जिनका ecosystem बहुत groomed और बढ़िया है कि वो back करते हैं and all? You have said that your college and university
Yes.
has provided you a lot of incentives, goods and backing, travels and everything was covered. So what are the colleges that these athletes should target to get into?
I feel the first is Jain University, my college, and The other colleges are Madras University, which is in Chennai.
Mm-hmm.
There's SRM University again in Tamil Nadu. Then if we would say
LPU?
LPU University,
Yeah.
and ITM University.
Mm-hmm. ITM Ghaziabad?
Yes.
Okay.
There's Christ University in Bangalore, which is also growing in basketball.
Tell us about the greatest game of your life till now that you have played and that you'll remember throughout your career.
So the greatest game would be the Khelo India University finals. We played against Madras University. We had already lost to them in All India University finals by like 4 points because of few bad referee calls. And then we met them again in Khelo India finals, university finals, and we beat that team by 10 points. And after 12 years, Jain University had won the cup. So it was a really great moment for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like losing to the team and then coming back,
Yeah.
and then beating that team by
winning
good
that
margin,
cup, and winning that cup
and
as
winning
well
that cup for the university, which nobody has done before. Like it took 12 years for the university to get the cup. So yeah, it was a really good moment for us, and I would always remember it.
Coming back to Khelo India, like how you see Khelo India, like how much it changed the scenario in the sports ecosystem, and how it is scouting great talent, giving them exposure and opportunities, and giving them a sporting career pathway as well. Like how it changed your life.
So that's also another one of the great platform which the athletes get, because through Khelo India University Games or through Khelo India Games, youth games or anything, players get scouted in the Khelo India schemes, which is run by the government, which gives the players incentives and scholarships. So it's a really great initiative for the upcoming players, for the young talents, who are getting scholarships in that, and then they can, so whoever is a part of the Khelo India scheme, they can go practice anywhere in India in any of the academies which are a part of the Khelo India scheme for free. So I feel like that's a really good platform that has been given to the players who are upcoming now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Great. Thanks for being a part of this podcast and sharing your knowledge. And this is the first time that we have been able to cover the women's Indian basketball scene in our country. And thanks for sharing your knowledge and insight. And I hope that it helps to all viewers and basketball enthusiasts in our country. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.